It's midday. Good afternoon. Here is the midday news on OGBC. Bolaji is a first legal items. President Tinubu charges stakeholders to collaborate to increase oil production. The federal government is emphasizing the need to tackle antimicrobial resistance. Court in Peru has sentenced former President Toledo to 20 years in prison. President Bola Tinubu on Monday has tasked industry players to collaborate with the Nigerian Upstream Petroleum Regulatory Commission, realizing its 1 million barrels oil per day initiative. He gave the task on Monday at the inauguration of Project 1 MMBOPD initiative and commemoration of the third anniversary of the NUPRC under the Petroleum Industry Act 2021 in Abuja. Represented by the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Senator George Akume, the President charged stakeholders to join NUPRC in realizing set goals of incremental oil production targets within specific timelines. It said shared responsibility initiative will be a collaborative undertaking involving government agencies, major producers, service providers, financiers, host communities, and other stakeholders. The government at the center has said that it will review the compensation rates on crops and economic trees for landowners affected by predators to ensure fairness and justice. The Minister of Housing and Urban Development, architect Med Dagiwa, made this known at the 2024 National Technical Development Forum on Land Administration in Abuja on Monday. According to him, the move was compensation rates set in 2008 have become obsolete and do not or global best practices. The minister noted that economic trees such as cocoa, oil palm, kola nut, mango, and cashew are sources of income and multi-generation assets that represent years of labor and hope, adding that these trees are also tied to cultural and social identities. The Speaker of the House of Representatives, the Right Honorable Tajuddin Abbas, has described the legislative arm as a key partner in efforts to entrench sustainable democracy in Nigeria. The Right Honorable Abbas stated this at the presentation of the Parliamentary Development Program of the Lower Chamber to the development partners and donor agencies at the Assembly Complex in Abuja. While acknowledging the initiative's timely production, they said the 10th House has set a legislative agenda which is closely aligned with the reform-driven vision of President Bola Tinubu's administration. The Parliamentary Development Program is an initiative aimed at strengthening legislative capacity and promoting sustainable development across Nigeria. The federal government has launched a comprehensive national action plan on antimicrobial resistance, emphasizing the need for enhancement of collaboration among stakeholders to address this urgent health crisis. This announcement was made by Minister of Agriculture and Food Security, Senator Abubakar Kyari in Abuja on Monday. He stressed the urgent need for a unified approach, saying that there is need to work together under the One Health approach to ensure improved public health, food security, and sustainable development. According to him, the new action plan outlines six strategic objectives aimed at strengthening the country's response to AMR, including enhancing leadership and surveillance systems, increasing public awareness, and implementing infection prevention and control programs. You're listening to the midday news on OGBC 90.5 FM. A court in Peru has sentenced former President Alejandro Toledo to 20 years and 6 months in jail for corruption and money laundering. Prosecutors have said it took $35 million in bribe from a Brazilian construction company, which was awarded a contract to build a road in southern Peru. Toledo, who's 78, was in office between 2001 and 2006. He was arrested 5 years ago in California, where he had lived and worked for many years, and extradited to Peru last year. The Brazilian consulted paying millions of dollars in bribes to officials across Latin America and the US to secure government contracts. An Aboriginal protester has been arrested at Sydney Opera House as crowd awaits a glimpse of the King and Queen on the final day of the reign of Throngs of people packed the Abbotside forecourt to see the royal couple visit this Tuesday afternoon. Before they arrived, Mr. Wayne Wharton, a prominent indigenous activist from Spain, was arrested after shouting anti-monarchist slogans and refusing a police order to move on. It comes as a backlash over an Aboriginal senator's heckling of King Charles in Canberra on Monday intensifies. The U.S. Secretary of State Anthony Blinken is due to land in Israel for his 11th trip to the Middle East since the start of the Gaza war. In Israel, he expected to meet Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and other senior officials before moving on to Arab countries and bid to reinstate the stalled diplomatic process for ceasefire and hostage release deal, despite the Middle East war intensifying on several fronts. A senior State Department official describes uncertain prospects quickly re-establishing the Gaza ceasefire and hostage talks, blaming Hamas for walking away from the negotiations weeks ago. In the absence of progress on a truce, the official suggests discourse on Arab leaders will try to refine proposals for post-conflict governance of Gaza. China this Tuesday held live firing exercise from its territory closest to Taiwan 1 week after it launched a large-scale drill encircling the island. China's military drills off the Taiwanese coast after intensifying the recent years as its claims over the self-governed island have grown. Beijing announced late on Monday that an area around Mushan, an island which is 105 kilometers from Taiwan, will be closed for drills for 4 hours from 9 o'clock local time this Tuesday. Taiwan's Premier Cho Yong-tai said this Tuesday that China should not be conducting such exercise given their threat to regional stability. On sports, the third round of games in the UEFA Champions League will get underway on Tuesday with 9 games on the menu. Oldest Real Madrid entertain Borussia Dortmund, PSG lock-ons with PSV, and Bologna visit Aston Villa. In other games, as Monaco overcomes Red Star Belgrade, AC Milan tackle Club Brugge, and Arsenal host Shakhtar Donetsk. Elsewhere, Girona battle Slovan Bratislava, Sporting Lisbon travel to Sturm Graz, while Juventus welcome Stuttgart. Cooperate with the government in a quest to transform the nation. The effort is for the benefit of all. To end the meeting, another look at the major items. Represented by the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Senator George Akume, at the inauguration of Project 1 Million Barrels Per Day initiative. President Bolaji Tinubu charged stakeholders to collaborate with Nigeria Upstream Petroleum Regulatory Commission in realizing the increment of oil product targets. The Minister of Agriculture and Food Security, Senator Abubakar Kyari, on Monday inaugurated for enhanced collaboration among stakeholders to address antimicrobial resistance. He also added that the court in Peru has sentenced former President Alejandro Toledo to 20 years in prison for corruption and money laundering. The media news was edited by Elizabeth Uforiji and broadcast from OGBC Abeokuta. For exclusive programs and the latest news updates, visit our website at